I'm Maren. I've birthed 10 kids and been a midwife and business owner, choosing a high-stress lifestyle. I realized that I needed a major change and wanted fun in my life. I gave up pretty much everything, and divinely, life led me to surfing. The ocean wants to teach me, and I'm totally here for this transformation of body and heart. Join me as I ride the waves of life. No one out here. Thanks for inviting us. Please bless all of us on boards in our triple layer bubbles of protection and life. Everyone in their own bubble, away from their own boards, away from other people, other people's boards, the reef, and other creatures in the ocean. Keep us safe and protected in whatever vibration we choose. Let us have fun. Let all the kids on shore stay safe and happy, all in their own little bubbles. Egan and Jason and Jada and Rune and True. That's probably it. Give me some energy today, Mama Ocean. Give me some energy, and I will respect you and know when it is time to get out. But it looks really fun out there. Let's do it. Amen. On the west side with super wind and current, like super. You can easily lose sight of where you are or where you are going, and the forces that be are so strong that you can feel like you are literally going nowhere when paddling. It's not always like that here, but it was today, and I started the session already being aware of how exhausted I was. It's a choice to just not go out when you don't feel your best or are tired. I do feel aware of what that means in my body. When surfing, it feels like you can't quite get your balance, and it can feel like you get tired from barely doing anything. I reminded myself to not rush, for one thing, and to really connect and listen to my body, because being tired can also lead to stupid accidents in the water. Because I had the awareness and because the water was not crowded, I decided to take my chances and see what I could learn about me or the ocean. I knew I would be wobbly, and I was. Not great when you start the session that way, but I was keeping close tabs on myself, using a lot of my sparse energy to keep the tower in sight. But before I knew it, I had drifted pretty far away, and it was quite a battle to paddle back. I was so aware of this feeling of being disoriented, but that sounds weird because usually with disorientation, you don't know that you are. But I felt like I was in a foreign land, which is also weird because I do know this break. Anyway, it started feeling really strange, as if I was on another planet almost and could not get my bearings. I couldn't tell how far out I was or what was happening. I would not recommend to anyone to get in the water exhausted or disoriented, but I feel like in this case for me, it was some good lessons. I was aware enough to not hurt myself or anyone else, and I do enjoy the spectrum of feelings and sensations that can be experienced out there. However, if I got to choose all the time, I would pick the confident, humble, centered, energetic, and solid approach. I'm sure that opportunity will come again, and when it does, I will really enjoy it. Wow, my neck, like wind for days. There's a reason it said pour today. Yeah. 1 to 2 pour. Yeah 1 to 2 windy. Holy moly. Does your neck hurt from like being pulled over there? Yeah, we were going that way. Man, was that hard for you guys? Yeah. That was so hard. It's like fighting the element of wind.
It was really creepy though.
Huh?
It was creepy.
Yeah.
It was creepy because no matter how much you paddle, like I couldn't get past that.
I know.
How'd you get all the way over here?
I don't know.
You paddled or take a wave?
I just paddle, but like if you keep your eye on the tower, it doesn't happen as bad, but I took my eye off too. And all of a sudden I was like in another universe. Felt like a different planet.
Yeah, that's crazy. How like the boat
Yeah, it felt like another world.
It's almost like for me, it was so weird. It almost like felt panicky. Like I had to just like almost like.
Yeah, it was like disorienting to like a creepy degree.
Yeah.
Like it wanted us to go over there and not return.
Yeah.
Today's Gemini though, isn't it air? Gemini air. That's why, huh? I don't know. I nearly got my board ripped out of my hands just getting out. It's so windy. Headed up to the North Shore, but not a lot of waves. We wound up at my lesson beach, and I was both intimidated and confident because of what I know about this break. I know it wants to drag you out to sea in the opposite direction of where the waves are going. I know it is a lot of paddling. I also know that it is very reef heavy, sometimes shallow, and that you have to keep your feet up, always when wiping out. The GoPro got the coolest video of this since the water is so clear. I know that if you don't keep your eye on the tower and the whitewash, you wind up very disoriented. Right upon getting out there, I had to ditch my board and swim under the waves for what felt like a while. Welcome, it felt like the ocean was saying. I was proud of how I kept my calm and cool through that and knew what to do. I had a lot more knowledge than I used to about this spot, and it helped me feel more at home, yet catching these waves weren't any easier, and probably even harder since my instructor wasn't with me today. It was like the whitewash kept moving, and I was aware I wasn't in the impact zone, but also felt not very confident with more people out. Nevertheless, I did catch 2 waves and got up, which always makes up for the other stuff. Family surf day at White Plains. My sister and I went out together, and this break was pumping. Waves everywhere, whitewater everywhere, just what looked like miles of it right and left. Tons of room in the ocean, which is why I love this beach, and even though the report looked the tons of waves made up for it. Without really meaning to, I did 3 different sessions, and each one was different and awesome. I felt a bit tired today, and because there weren't really sets but just constant waves, it didn't leave much of a break to get out back. I could see there were some good waves out there, but sort of stayed on the inside with my sister and Egan, even though we were just catching whitewater. It was fun, and I was also getting rides, and because it's sort of a challenge for me to catch whitewater. Or it can be, but I did it today, and it was fun enough that I didn't feel the need to keep going out. My sister and I got a few party waves together. She is doing so great. Also, Egan did amazing, having only been out 3 or 4 times total, catching some whitewaters today and even popping up. It was such a fun and connective day with our 2 huge families. I am so glad my sister and her family moved here, and going places all together is hilarious. I love that many of us surf, so being out in the water together makes it easy to feel supported. We laugh and watch each other try to catch waves. I love when one of my nephews or my sister goes surfing by me. It makes it all feel like this amazing bonding experience. I love that my kids and other family are all learning to connect with the ocean in this way and in their own ways. Surfing does not feel competitive because we are all at our own pace, putting in our own time and effort and not knowing what kind of progress we will make. Even with catching waves, the same wave is usually not meant for everyone. The waves come to you, and it's not a matter of going after them against another person, at least at this level. Wasn't that amazing? We all got away with it.
That was cool.
Wow. No paddling back for us. Did you get that? Everyone getting that in?
I got the second half of that one, yeah.
Oh my god, that was so fun. You guys are all so good. That was just whitewater. I was up for that. I'm getting better at that. Just to paddle like really hard to get whitewater. Oh, what a great day.